Hi everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here with another process video. This one is layout is titled A Perfect Day, and what it's talking about is just a day we had, one of those days where everything just went perfectly, and this was back last summer. So Jackson was about 6 months old at the time, and he had just had a great day, and then Sean came home from work and his dad called us to see if we wanted to go and watch Sean's oldest brother coach the baseball team that he coaches, and it was their last game before they went off to the championship, so it was kind of a big deal to show our support. So we went, and it was beautiful out, it was sunny and warm, and there was just that hint of breeze, and it was just one of those days where everything was just great. And so I really wanted to kind of document that, you know, sometimes that happens. You just have one of those great days. I like to scrapbook everything. So I will scrapbook anywhere from the worst day ever, even though, you know, sometimes you don't want to. I think it's great to do that. And then I'll document things like this where it's just the best day ever. So I'm all about, if there's a story to be told, I want to tell it. And I do just use the one picture of Sean and myself that I snapped. And I loved, my eye color for some reason just pops from this picture, and so I kind of liked that, and I liked how the grass is just so pretty and lush and beautiful, and so I'm playing off of that color, and my eyes are kind of a tealy color at the moment. I have blue eyes, so I don't know why they're coming off green in the picture, but so I just am playing off of those colors, which is also worked into using this layout to submit to Victoria Marie's Facebook challenge she had posted for St. Patty's Day, where you use 5 shades of green. And I know I'm slow. I'm still way off track, so I'm way behind on challenges. But the nice thing about her Facebook group is it's no big deal. There's no like deadlines for any of this. It's all about having fun. It's a really relaxed environment, which I appreciate, because in my life, especially just right now, things are finally slowing down, but I had just started a new job in February, and then I had a bit of a not a huge medical issue. I just had a kidney stone, but it kind of put me out for about a week and a half, so, you know, I wasn't able to do much scrapbooking, and so it was nice to be able to come back now that I am able to get into almost a daily, if not, you know, every other daily routine of scrapbooking. I can catch up on these challenges and still submit them and share them, and people are still really nice about their comments, and so I really appreciate that, and I love her group for that. So anyways, the collection I'm mostly using is from Maggie Holmes, and it is her, I think it's the Style Board collection is most of the paper. There is a little bit from the Oh Darling, and a lot of the ephemera is from the Oh Darling collection. And I don't think there's anything else. It's mostly crepe paper. Everything's crepe paper on this layout. It's my favorite. American Crafts, I know they own everything, but you know, like the Dear Lizzie stuff is really pretty and everything, but I always find myself going to anything by crepe paper. The colors seem to really call my name. I just love the way they look. So normally I try to use as much crepe paper as possible. But right now all you're seeing me doing is just kind of doing a little bit of layering underneath my picture. And I do use my Stampin' Up! Sahara Sand color stamping ink. And I'm just going to lightly edge the outside, which is silly because then I go and stitch and you don't really see that I even did that to begin with. But I know it's there, so, you know. And let's see, what else can I say? The beginning of this layout, I was having a hard time trying to decide really where I wanted to go with it. I knew I wanted the picture up there. That was kind of my only thing I really knew. Other than that, the only other thing I knew is that I had to somehow get 4 shades of green onto this layout, because that's what the challenge is asking for. And other than that, I was completely stuck. So I'm trying a whole bunch of different things, seeing where I can go, and nothing's really working until I grab a tag, and then you'll see once I grab the tag, it takes off. And I love the way that it ends up working, but it did take me a while, and I was kind of considering cutting that part out, but then I thought, most of the time I would cut it out because I think it's just added stuff that you don't need to see, and we all have so many process videos we want to watch that I am trying to make them as short and sweet as possible so you can move on and watch other people as well. So, but I thought maybe just this once I would show, just so you can kind of see my thought process on how I'm doing things. And you're going to see me pull out a lot of different things trying to play. I'm just trying to add all of the green shades, and a lot of times they don't work. They're either too green or they just don't fit. So that's that part. And right now you're seeing me, I'm just trying to fix everything, and then all of a sudden it's going to switch over and you're going to see all the stitching, and then everything kind of comes together perfectly. So you're going to see that in just a moment, and it should be, what am I doing? Oh, I switched tags first. I wanted to use I love bringing the gold through, but the first tag I had didn't really work. It was too bulky. It had a foam adhesive at the bottom of it, and so it just was, and it was a little bit of a bigger tag, so I switched to this smaller tag, and it says the exact same thing, so it's still getting across what I want, but it's got a smaller, it just says smaller because it works better at that bottom. Being that it's not a full 12 by 12 layout, I trimmed it down to 8.5 by 11. It didn't need quite such a big tag. And then I'm adding a little bit of embossing thread from I have the Amy Tan little collection that I bought, and I'm just gonna, it's kind of a light grayish color. I was gonna use white, but the white was too stark white, so I changed my mind and used this pretty color instead, and it ties in really well because it's just a hint of gray that almost has a bit of mint color in it as well, so it worked really well there. And then I play around with how I want it to fall, if I want it to fall on the top or the bottom. And at first I tried to do the bottom, but it looked really funny to me. So it does move up to the top, but then I have adhesive just kind of hanging out there. And that's never good, right? You don't want adhesive on your page because it's going to stick to something else. So I do end up covering that up, and it will be another shade of green, which worked really well for that. And see that kiss kiss right there? That's what I'm going to add to cover up my adhesive. And so I think I'm already at my 5 shades, and if not, I will be in just a minute because I'll add a doily, and it's the kind of the final shade. So I did complete the challenge, and that makes me happy. And then you're going to see me do some title work, and then I go off camera because my camera died. It doesn't have a very long battery life, so I only get about 20 minutes, and then everything dies and I have to charge it. But I didn't want to wait, so I kind of do my journaling off camera. I figure no one really wants to watch me write anyway, so it just appears, which is always fun. And then the journaling just kind of states exactly what I told you, how it was just a great day. We went and saw the baseball game, and how appreciative that when days like this happen. I am just so thankful that we live in the Lower Mainland where we can enjoy days like that, because other parts, I know it's beautiful in a lot of places. Everywhere has nice days, but summertime in the Vancouver area it's beautiful. So I'm just kind of talking about that, and I title it A Perfect Day with the Amy Tan remarks is for the perfect, and then the letter A and day are with these really pretty gold thickers I've had for quite a while, and I just have a few left over. So I had the D and the Y, and I just made an A out of a B, which is always a great way to use up your thickers. If you can find a way to transform your letter into another letter that you want to use, it'll help you get them used up. And then I do my journaling, as I stated, and then I just do kind of my final little bit of embellishment to kind of put the layout all together. And the one thing I did want to mention is, if you see this picture, it's a really up-close picture. It was supposed to be my Instagram picture, but when I went to print it through Shutterfly, I used to never have a problem. They would print them perfectly. Well, now they won't. They're making them into full 4x6 pictures, and so I had to cut it. So what I'm going to do is get it reprinted into Instagram, and it will still be the 4x4 shape, and I'm just going to take the picture you see now and take it off, and then just replace it with the better picture, because really the actual Instagram picture I did, it's more of us. You can see more of our faces and everything, and it's just a better shot. Here I think I look really funny. Like I feel like I have a bobblehead or something. So I do change the picture, but you're not going to see that. But I did want to mention that if you ever notice something like that with your pictures, you can always do that. Just do what you want for now and then switch it out when you get the new copy. And there you saw me add that cute little bird, and that is from crepe paper as well. And I think that may be from Maggie Holmes' new confetti line, if I believe. And I also add that Amy Tan, it's kind of like fabric there. And so I do add that as well. And that's kind of my last little layering after adding that July. So there's now 3 kind of craft sections. So the doily, that heart, and then the July. And my final thing, of course, is to add a few bling with my, can't think of what you call them right now, but there's my up close. And I thank everyone so much for watching. Bye!